can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, you're throwing all boundaries, standards.
Now, as you can see, things are going haywire, all over social media. For many years, these reporters, these sports reporters, they reported on athletes and they said all kinds of stuff about athletes. They brought up their business. They talked about what they were doing in their personal life, their finances. They were so-called holding these athletes and entertainers accountable about the women they slept with, how they spend their money. But one thing that wasn't really talked about, what was going on behind the scenes at FS1 and ESPN and all these shows when these athletes would be on sitting on on their shows with these women. Now, some of these women were going to the top, and as you can see what Joy Teller said, when they're around these men with money, they're tall, they're athletes, all morals and standards go out the door. These women was putting their legs up, tooting their you-know-what up to move up. Now, there was some women that wasn't doing none of that. There are women out here that did it all the right way, and they're getting passed by women like Joy Teller that come in there and want to do all kinds of things to move up the ladder. So she's really disrespecting women because you got a lot of women that keep their dignity, that stand on business, and they're not willing to sacrifice themselves. Those women still exist, right? So now Corey Holcomb, he heard about this and he took to social media to really break this down and give an honest assessment on, things that should be said that people don't want to say. Check this out.
Joy Taylor fiasco has taken over the internet. When I go to YouTube, all I see is Joy Taylor jargon. And I would like to give my opinion on it. I tried to wait on my brother Craig to get here. The old boy out there with his feet out. All the people up in there.
Who is it?
That's another member of the Fox television thing. I can't think his name right now. I don't wish none of them people know strife. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up. I don't wish none of the people at Fox Television strife. But what I want to say is this. Please listen to me when I say this, because this is something that needs to be addressed. If you hire 5 trained soldiers, their job is to protect things. They've been trained to protect things. They are professionals at their job. If you hire them to protect your house, you got 5 trained soldiers guarding your house. They know what they're doing from experience at the workplace and in the field. You can pretty much bank on them getting the job done. Listen to this. If you put in the house, everything gonna fall apart. Everything gonna fall apart. If you put a woman who will sleep with 2 guys who know each other in that house that the men have been so good and efficient at protecting, that house gonna fall apart. Guaranteed. If a woman will sleep with 2 guys who know each other, she could destroy a nation. She could destroy a nation. This is the power. She is going to disrupt every bit of training, all the professionalism, everything. If you had a town full of 100 people Productive people, they build the town up. They have turned this town into something to be proud of. Put through town, they'll destroy that town. They will destroy that town because it's the same thing as a virus. It's the exact same thing. Men and women who work together in a workplace are going to fall apart if you put a in the middle of those men. I didn't call nobody name. I'm just speaking.
Yeah.
I know how it go. I know how it go. When I'm on the road working, sometimes I don't have women working with me as much as I would, because I know if I'm flying a whole country, drama gonna come my way.
And see, Corey Holcomb, he's a comedian, but he just kept it all the way 100. And he was being raw with it. Now, there's a difference between the garden tool and the woman that's staying on business. Because you can have men and women working in the same workplace. And women that's strong, they keep their dignity, they walk with and exude respect, men will respect them. But he's saying if you bring a garden tool in there, and she comes in there with that objective to do the things that they do, they can tear the whole place down. They can tear the whole place down. Now, should men be more be able to control themselves? Yes. But men are going to be men around women, period. And women are going to be women. But that don't mean that you got every woman that come on a job place and behave the way a Joy Teller would. So I'm going to put some respect on women. I'm going to make sure I protect the women that stand on integrity, that stand on morals. Because Joy just said, when it comes to money and the guy you like, all that go out the door. So Jason Whitlock, he also spoke on this, and he said this.
Everybody, these stories that Nusheen's talking about in this lawsuit, they were widespread and prevalent in 2016. Everybody across Fox Sports thought and gossiped about Joy Taylor and Charlie Dixon. Again, I heard the same talk as everyone else. My name was Bennett. I wasn't in it. But what's alleged in this lawsuit about Joy Taylor and her sleeping with Charlie Dixon and her telling Nusheen and others that she will control Charlie Dixon and that she will say that he harassed her if he ever gets out of line. That was a common play. That was a common tactic by women in sports media.
Also, Marcellus Wiley, he also chimed in on this because he's thinking about filing a lawsuit because he was replaced for Joy Teller. Now with all of this bombshell evidence and stuff that's coming out, he's a guy that was a good football player. He had a lot of knowledge. He had experience after retiring, coming on FS1 and all the Fox Sports. So he's saying that he's finding out that he was replaced by a woman that was sleeping her way to the top allegedly, right? So now he's very upset, and he's also took to social media to voice his opinion, and he said this.
Okay. Also says she slept with Emmanuel Acho in hopes and efforts to get a show with him. Well, the most damning part about that is that actually happened. They got a show together. Coincidence? Or causality? Listen to me. I never heard that Charlie Dixon and Joy Taylor were sleeping together. But upon hearing that, I'm not going to lie to y'all, it makes a lot of things make sense. It unlocks a lot for me. Sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, I've heard that before, multiple times. Recent as a week or two ago, part of the reason it was suggested that they do a show together was because of these allegations in the lawsuit that they were sleeping together, conspiring to get that to go. Conspiring with Charlie, conspiring with Emmanuel Acho. Let's make this work. What is crazier is how they split apart, do different shows. You can say, well, Skip is fired, which is a part of this lawsuit as well. I mean, this is crazy. That's why I say I'm going to systematically break this thing down. They split apart different shows. Why did they go on different shows, they say? Relationship went sour.
So this thing can get real deep and real dangerous, and why you shouldn't have workplace relationships, because it gets real dicey, especially when you have they're saying that she allegedly was supposed to be sleeping with Emmanuel Acho and the vice president of operations, Mr. Dixon, right? And this guy had the ability to move her up and down the ladder or call in favors, right? So now her and Emmanuel Acho got a show, but as the guys are saying, that rumor was going around since 2016 that she was already propping her legs up to move up, right? But Corey Holcomb wasn't finished. He doubled down on it by saying this.
Even if she gonna disrupt everything. Now, I'm not blaming women for nothing. I'm talking about so all of the for a reason, because you know who you are. What I'm saying to you, at FS1, FS2, whatever is going on, this is the work. Now, let's talk about them. Cake-ass men is the reason we can't harmony. Why are we fighting with each other over these? Because Ken think they can cuff and turn her into his. You can't. That lady belongs to everybody. And she shouldn't be at the workplace. Because the workplace, if you want to make the workplace productive, you can't around. She gonna offset the workplace. What are you talking about? This is common sense. Nobody's saying it like that. What makes it disruptive? If you got and she's sleeping with one of the guys up there, that actually can be leveled out. But when you got she slept with this guy up there and that guy up there, weak men and Roy and burn down everything that people trying to be productive with. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I mean, like, Darlene, you know what I'm talking about. When I talk about girls who go out there and get their groove on, I'm talking about girls who sleep with men that know each other. That's the destructive behavior that I know most people can't handle.
Or that have an agenda.
When you say an agenda, what do you mean?
They're doing it for what reason? Like, in other words, they're not really, like you say, getting their groove on and that's it. They actually have something in mind. They've got a plan. Or it's done deliberately. Like, what are you sleeping? Like,
well, the sister, from what we understand, her words.
No, wait. Can I ask a question? Which one are you talking about? Because you know it started off with the other one who was doing the makeup and the hair.
Well, first of all, here's something else.
She put in the lawsuit, she ratted and told about the other ones.
Everybody who gets an opportunity in Hollywood to be on a movie set or a set of any kind, don't the makeup artist. When you come in the morning,
or the hairstylist,
they say, we got to send you the makeup.
Makeup and hair trailer.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
They work all day and don't make enough money.
And they talk to all those people when they're getting.
They see the actors pulling up in Benzes and all this. They get out of Uber at 5 a.m. and got to do hair. You can't talk to them in a way romantically. You can't give them your information. When you're in the makeup chair on set, you have to say, hey, good morning. Be drinking your coffee. How you doing? Yeah, everything is all right. And then get quiet.
And see, they can pull up all kinds of receipts with Joy Teller, because this is some of the stuff that she was saying. So that was all the allegations come out and she's trying to delete all of our old videos, right? But we catching it. Listen to what she's saying. Now, this is a woman that's in position. and you can see her pictures and stuff she put online. None of that stuff is fitting for a woman that's in a professional place, right? Listen to what she's saying. Check this out.
Would you leave the game if the seats were high, or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do? And I'm telling you, like, every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, you're throwing all boundaries, standards, all on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this. You're moving forward with this.
So what I'm going to say to all men and women, when you're in these professional workplaces, you always have to keep yourself professional. You have to never put yourself in positions where you can be compromised, or put yourself in positions where you can lose everything. If you're a man and you know that you are working around a certain woman and you may not, listen, we're human. You may not be able to control yourself all the time. Move away from that woman. Don't go near her. Don't talk to her. Just go somewhere where and just get yourself together. A lot of you women to come in there, when you come in there with ulterior motives, knowing that you're going to push your sensual and sexuality in order to get things your way, stop doing that. Stop doing it, because you're leading with malice. And it can cause a lot of trouble. It can cause a lot of trouble. A lot of things that we do out in the club, or, just don't bring that to the workplace. Don't bring it to the workplace. There's a level of standards that we should keep ourselves to. Our morality should never go out the door. Our standards should never go out the door. But we start, as men, a lot of times, we start thinking with the head below the belly button instead of the one above the neck. We let the head below the belly button start programming the head above the neck, and we make bad decisions that can cause this kind of stuff. A lot of you women know that, and you prey on the weakness of the man in order to get the things that you want. But look what it causes. So because we're both out of order, we create chaos. And this is what you have now. You have the man and the woman both out of order, and now you have a chaotic scene that's affecting a lot of innocent people's lives. But that's just the way it go, man. I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.